So we were on universe. Basic we learned universe is vast, infinite, even beyond our imagination. About 74% part of universe consists of dark energy that is unknown. Dark matter 24% again that is unknown. Just about 4.6% part are visible to us. Consist of ordinary matters. All planet, all satellite, all galaxy, what we know comprises consist of this ordinary matter. As far as ordinary matter is concerned, to such a matter, outcome of combination of fundamental elements, and these fundamental elements are quark and leptons, not atoms, not electron, not proton. Quark and atoms are fundamental particle. So that we learned about the universe. Now come to the ordinary matter. The very largest object we can find out of the ordinary matter, it is galaxy. Galaxies. So what is galaxy? So galaxy are kind of system of millions of star, millions of satellite, millions of asteroid, millions of other object all together. तो गैलेक्सी आर वास्ट स्पेस ऑफ आवर विजिबल यूनिवर्स. हमारे विजिबल यूनिवर्स का एक वास्ट स्पेस है दैट कॉम्प्राइजेस millions of star, satellite, solar system, millions of, not 1, 2,000, not. We are among them. Again, on the basis of their shape, you can see here several type of galaxies have been identified so far. So some are like a spiral. This way, stars are emanating from a center, like a spring. So this type of galaxy is called a spiral shaped galaxy. Some galaxy form elliptical, elongated shape this way. That is called elliptical. Again, some may have a very irregular shape this way. Amoeba-like shape there may be of this type of galaxy. So galaxy are of different type, different size, different amount of objects. It is very interesting to know that we are living here in a spiral type of galaxy. Our galaxy is a spiral type of galaxy, and this is called Milky Way. Actually, our galaxy, as far as concerned, so our galaxy is called Milky Way. The question is that why called Milky Way? So it appears like a path of milk. So whitish path during the night sky, we may find out our astronomers has find out कि भाई some sort of a path of milk emanating from a center, that is our real galaxy, and that is why they named it Milky Way. Resembles like a river of milk flowing in the space, that is why it named Milky Way, and in Hindi it is called Dugdh Mekhla. Keep in mind. Reason being कि we shall aware Dugdh Mekhla. So if suppose this word is missing there, you shall go with Dugdha Mekhla. So be it Milky Way or Dugdha Mekhla, both are the same thing. Now government is promoting this type of term. Again, what was the understanding about Milky Way? So earlier, Greek scholar Aristotle, other scholar like Copernicus over there. So they said that our solar system is the center of this entire galaxy, and all such star, planet, satellite revolves around the Earth. We shall discuss later. That is called geocentric concept, and that was forwarded by Ptolemy earlier. But later, when we invented several instruments like telescope or all such instrument, So we came to know we are not the center of this Milky Way galaxy. Rather, we are far away from this galaxy, and our solar system lies here about 2700 light year far away from the center of our Milky Way galaxy. What does it mean, light year? We shall discuss later, but for discussion, कि light year used to refer the distance traveled by light throughout the year. If light travels about, suppose, 1 lakh kilometer in the year, that will be called 1 light year. So traveled by the light within a year, distance will called light year. Simple. So we are quite far away from this Milky Way center, 27,000 light year far away. Now, in Milky Way, not only our solar system, millions of solar system lies. Millions of planet is there with our Milky Way galaxy. As far as the center of Milky Way galaxy is concerned, so that is quite interesting to know. Our central of Milky Way galaxy occupied by a black hole. We shall discuss later separately, but here just keep in mind an object named Sagittarius asterisk A. Sagittarius A asterisk is the name of object that lies at the center of Milky Way, and it is nothing but a black hole. Black hole, we discuss it, come to one by one. Again, now next point, कि भाई, is there any nearby galaxy to us? Like suppose we are living any area, any house, so we are trying to know about our neighborhood. So is there any neighborhood galaxy to us that we are familiar with whom? So yes, it is true. Our nearby galaxy is our Andromeda. Must keep in mind a very basic fact. So Andromeda is the name of another galaxy whom we know, and this is our nearest galaxy, Andromeda. Just about few billion light year far away from us, a galaxy lies, that is Andromeda. Again, Andromeda is a spiral shape of galaxy that we are, and it is said that it has been identified by the group of scientists. In future, this may collide with our galaxy. So this is moving ahead toward our galaxy. So there would be a potential collision after 4 billion years later between Andromeda and our Milky Way galaxy. That is the second point. Now, Andromeda, also called M31, that is irrelevant fact, nearest spiral shaped galaxy 2.5 million light year far away. Now, this was the galaxy. So galaxy, we learn system of star, system of other objects. Now come to the star. What does it mean, a star? Can we say moon is a star? No. Our Mercury, Venus are not called a star. So what makes a star peculiar? That is light. So a star are type of celestial body. Celestial body found in our sky, lit with their own light. That is the definition. The brightness of that star is outcome of their own reaction, their own process. So the object found in our sky lit or brights with their own light is called a star. So don't you think moon can be observed by human during the night sky? So can we say moon is a star? So how moon is brighting? So sunlight is reflected by the moon surface, and that is why moon is visible to us That is the reason why moon is visible to us, why moon lights. But sun, as far as concerned, this lights with their own light. अब question is that कि why such lighting up, such brightness is there. So brightness is attributed to a process that is called nuclear fusion. What is called nuclear fusion? अब what is nuclear fusion? So nuclear fusion is the process by which two electrons of hydrogen, that is called heavy hydrogen, deuterium and tritium, combines with each other, and after combination what they produces, so they produces helium energy and expels neutrons. So nuclear fusion, where two electrons of hydrogen join each other, is the source of the brightness of the star. Is it possible कि when two atoms joins each other, it releases light or energy? Tell me about that. If two object is being suppose connected together, so this will produce light or heat or anything else. Suppose we take two iron blocks and start colliding them. What would be outcome? A spark would be there. So that is the usual process. When two atoms collide, it releases heat as well as light. That is the process. You know since your childhood. बचपन से ही बॉल टकराया होगा, कुछ ना कुछ निकलता ही रहता है. Even when we try to collide two brick, two object, this produces heat and light. Now question is that कि when this will be activated, or are we able to utilize the potential of this heat, this nuclear fusion? So very interesting fact we shall keep in mind कि collision may be organized by human, but such type of collision that may produce immense heat that is beyond our capacity. Reason being कि fusion, nuclear fusion can occur only when temperature found very high. अब how much temperature it require? The question is that. Look here, temperature of sun core, we shall discuss there. Found at sun core, the temperature 1.5 degree crore degree Celsius means 15 million degree Celsius is the temperature at the core of sun. So nuclear fusion appears a very simple, easy to understand process, but such a process requires a very high temperature, and we are not able to carry out such a fusion process in a controlled environment. Can we do so? Is there any we have the object or things available that may retain heat of 15 million degree, 1.5 crore degree, sustain at that point of heat? Actually, we are in the process of creation. Yet it हो गया है. हाँ, trying to do so. Actually, what is going on? हाँ, तो आ जाओ इसको करेक्ट करते हैं कि what is going on? What we are doing with our nuclear bomb, atom bomb, that were exploded over Nagasaki and Hiroshima, that is based on nuclear fission. So fission is the process by which two heavy atoms break into lighter atoms. Uranium is being broken apart. While fusion is the process where two atoms join each other. Unfortunately, we are not able to carry out till date this process in our laboratory. So that is beyond. Reason this require 1.5 crore degree Celsius temperature. That is beyond the control. अब next, अब आते हैं इसके आगे. Tokamak is used to carry out such a fusion, but we are नॉट एबल टू डू सो. नाउ आओ अब आते हैं कि वी लर्न व्हाई आवर स्टार लिट्स. Again, in our night sky, you may identify some are reddish, some are whitish, some are bluish star. So these are the color of a star you may identify. अच्छा, tell me, have you ever recognized the gas burner in your kitchen? गैस का बर्नर देखा सबने कि when you plug a very fresh gas, this lights a blue light, or near burner you may find out blue light. ऐसे कुछ बर्नर, suppose this is your gas burner. तो near the gas burner you may not even identify the gas flame. तो होता ही नहीं है. That is blue light. तो when light is bluish, it means it is too hot. It is too hot, amount of hydrogen is immense, and that is why the brightness of that star is very high. So when blue light emanates from a star, it is the sign of very hot star. Now come to the gas flame. At last what happens, or at terminal point in your gas burner, usually light appears reddish when it about to खत्म, तो that emits a red light. तो red light is the sign of old age star about to die. तो when a star emits a red light, that is the old star about to end, about to die. While white light when comes from a star, that is the indication of moderate temperature. So that is a moderate warm, moderately warm star. ठीक है. तो the light comes from a star provide us understanding information about the temperature. About the temperature. Blue means warmest, white means warmer, and red means cold star. That is the things we may identify from this color. Now come to next point. That is, we are aware with only one star, that is our sun. Sun is the only one star that offers us light, offers us all such energy, source of our solar system, source of our all such things. Is there any other star with whom we are aware, with whom we have some relation, or are we aware with another star? So that is Proxima Centauri. Must keep in mind कि like Andromeda was galaxy. Here another star. I will actually provide you the format. After discussion, we draw a synopsis and we collect most of the point with a synopsis on blank sheet. So just keep in mind, keep the word in your mind. अभी दिमाग में familiar होते जाओ words से. तो what is interesting here कि sun is the nearest star to us, very close to us, just about 1.49 million kilometer far away sun lies. So after sun, the second nearest star is Proxima Centauri. Just correlate the fact. Proxima derived from proximate. Proximate. The star proximate to us after sun is Proxima Centauri. Okay? Proxima Centauri is the name of what? A star. Lies near to us after the sun. अब next लेते हैं. Next लेते हैं one more star. We are familiar with a star lighting up to our north pole. You will always find that here a star is located, and that guides us direction since antiquity. Means पुराने जमाने से ही वो हमारे डायरेक्शन को यूज में आता रहा. That is called North Star or Pole Star. The star lies off to north coast of Earth is called North Star or Pole Star. But the interesting fact here is that कि pole star or north star has not been the same star since history. Rather, this place have earlier occupied by whom? So it was Thuban. When it was the time of Jesus or before Jesus, it was Thuban. Later, what happens? The northern area were occupied. This was replaced by another star. Nowadays, the north star role is played by Polaris. Now we are actually finding our north location with Polaris. Polaris is our north star. This star is playing role of north star. In future, scientists have calculated that Vega will be the next pole star, and this will occupy the place that at present occupied by the Polaris. अब question is that कि is a star found in isolation or they form groups or they form patterns? So very interesting to know, sometime a star forms a very typical pattern. Typical pattern appears like, suppose a warrior is standing holding bow and arrow in their hand. So when a star comes in form of pattern 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 star, when comes in pattern, they draw design resembles like object. These arrangement of star is called constellation. Constellation. Since ancient human were very fascinated about these patterns, some correlated with God, some correlated with demons. So this has been the practice. Later, what happens to our astronomical union have identified that these are the arrangement and they may called constellation. So far, there has been 88. That is a fixed number. 88 such a pattern of a star or constellation have been identified by whom? So that is the international body, International Astronomical Union. International Astronomical Union have identified how many constellation? 88. That is fixed number. That is invariable. Must keep in mind the maximum number of constellation is 88. Now, identify some interesting constellation. So this type of flying kite involving 7 star is called Ursa Minor, or this is Polaris. So tail of this flying kite indicates Polaris. Polaris can be identified by identifying this Ursa Minor. That is Ursa Major. Ursa Major. Ursa Major also called Great Bear, and in India it is called Sapta Rishi. Reason 7 star are there. Sapta Rishi. Again, inverse or opposite to this, Ursa, that is minor, this is major. So major, major. As far as major is concerned, so major is, this was major and this was minor. So Ursa minor or major, both used to determine Polaris. How Polaris can be identified with support of Ursa major. So look here, that is the interesting point. Okay, suppose this is our Earth and someone is standing here. Ursa minor this way, Ursa major this way, for combination of 7 star. So if we join the base of these star, we may find out pole star. So that is the way through which Ursa major can be helpful for identification of this pole star. And what is interesting to have, we will saw this Jantar Mantar. You know very well, Jantar Mantar, observatory constructed by the Emperor of Amir, Rajasthan, to observe the celestial bodies. So Ursa Minor can be easily identified from the Jantar Mantar observatory. Jantar Mantar observatory. Okay? Similarly, this bow and arrow type of constellation is called Orion. Orion is the name of God, the god of war, Greek god of war. ठीक है, अब constellation. So we learned constellation. Now next fact, that is pulsar. So far we are aware, known with the bike model of pulsar. So who have copied the name, Bajaj or this astronomy? बजाज नहीं कॉपी किया, तो आओ आते पल्सर. What is pulsar? Look, actually, to understand pulsar, we need to celebrate Diwali. You all have celebrated Diwali. A firecracker, this way. Have you blasted this firecracker? अरे तो नीचे आएगा, यहाँ होगा. हाँ, this firecracker. What happens with this? At first, the ammunition or the material around the center start lighting up. पहले वही चलता है. Thereafter, what remain? So that is the core of that crackers. So that is the reality of pulsar. What happens? The bright star when die, what happens? Their core remains, and this remain rotating on their axis. This star nucleus sometime produces electromagnetic wave around this nucleus, this way, electromagnetic radiation. So a radiation emitting dying star is called pulsar. Radiation emitting dying star is called pulsar, and that is nothing but the core of a star left beyond after explosion of that star. Okay? So what is pulsar? Pulsar is a rotating remain of a star emanating or producing electromagnetic wave. And how this can be identified on the basis of observation of electromagnetic radiation. Ab interesting fact here is that कि earlier this were identified as the brightest object in our atmosphere, our universe, pulsar. But later scientists came to know that no, this is not brightest star, rather brightest object is another different thing. So we shall keep in mind about pulsar. What is pulsar? So electromagnetic radiation out of its magnetic pole. Just keep in mind the picture. That will be enough for that